The 2017 Investing in African Mining Indaba was a huge success. We came off of a challenging year last year, but clearly the sentiment this year is very positive, and we certainly have seen an uptick in the number of people attending. And what's most important is the type of people who are attending. This event is about investment in African mining, and it is our job to bring together the most important investors, the most important miners, and the most important ministers to ensure that projects and deals get done on the African continent. And I think this year more than ever, in recent years, we have seen more investors, more mining companies. So 71% more investors here, 32% more mining companies here, 27 ministers, and a whole lot of great meetings have occurred. And so we anticipate people coming away from this event and doing some really strong deals. One of the things that's different this year is we have put a lot of attention into bringing more of the smaller mining companies in. We did the Junior Miners Pavilion, which brought in 10 juniors that were supported by sponsors, and that resulted in them coming at no cost. We also had the investment battlefield. 14 additional junior miners competed for prizes, and they were able to present their projects to a panel of investor judges, and they received great feedback for their presentations. In addition, they received some press, and two mining companies received awards. So that was Consolidated Nickel Mine and Sula. And so those are just a few of the things that are new and different, but it is a resurgence of mining Indaba by focusing more on our primary audiences, investors, miners, and ministers. So the most important thing from my perspective is to ensure that the right people are at mining Indaba. And again, we have a team of people who work entirely on bringing in the investors. I spend much of my time bringing in the right mining companies, and another team responsible for bringing in the ministers. As for what's new next year, we will make even greater effort to bring in junior miners and to get them in front of investors and to make those connections so they get the kind of support that they need. The important thing for us in terms of service providers is to have the right companies here. The companies that provide high quality services for the mining companies. There was a time years ago where mining Indaba was almost becoming a trade show. There were small, insignificant service providers here. That is no longer the case. We have more mining companies on the show floor, and that brings them together with those service providers to discuss opportunities to help support their activities. So we spend the next several months evaluating how the year went, how this event went. We get fantastic feedback from those who attended, investors, mining companies, ministers, service providers. They not only tell us what went right, but they tell us what areas we can improve. And it's really the reason why this year we saw so much improvement. The kind of feedback we got last year was very valuable. Though we had mining companies here, they were not nearly as visible. We made a lot of effort to make sure that those miners, especially the juniors, were visible and available for investors to meet. And we will continue to do that, and I expect we'll have some very new opportunities for the juniors, as well as the larger mining companies who want to make main stage presentations and who want to be part of the Investment Discovery Forum, which is a private meeting between investors and mining companies. Also important that I say thank you to those that support this event. They make it possible for many of the activities that happen here. For example, the Young Leaders Career Development Program, where young students are able to attend at no cost. A Sustainability Day program, where we're able to open it up to a much wider audience, again at no cost. And many of the initiatives that we do here, including some of the social initiatives, are supported by some of our sponsors, and I am very grateful for their support as well.